What the business is, YouTube? YouTube and a selective few people out here. I want to bring to you a video. This is Clarence over at Pursuit of Freedom. Now, I done been away from the market for some serious time, but I seen something today as I began to scroll through stocks, and I didn't have to scroll long. TC2000 is the software that I got you looking at. Now, as I sit out here in Dallas, Texas, in my hotel room waiting on some forward progress, you know, I brought my computer with me, man. I can't go on this pursuit of freedom without it. It's a big part of the pursuit of freedom. It's a big part of me working towards becoming a digital nomad. But it is plays like this. It is stocks like this that give me hope. It is stocks like this that make trading stocks so worthwhile. Now, the name of this company, it matters, and then again, it doesn't. The name of the company don't really matter. It is completely the price action. It is completely the ridiculously sick, disgusting growth move that this stock made in a single day. Now, this area in the middle right here, this is my daily chart. I got my intraday chart to the right. To the left. This right here I call my secret sauce. It's 2,400 stocks that I've collected over the last 3 years. And of course I got Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is as always what I try to use to look up my stock. Ticker symbol ADPN, I think that is. APDN. And the reason why I'm looking it up on Yahoo Finance, and daggone. So this right here is the problem. We're trying to do this here in a hotel room. Werner Drivers Wireless at this Werner owned hotel decided to take a dump on me as I move my computer to this here table that I got in my little hotel room. Man, come on back through for me, man. Come on back through for me. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. See, the struggle is real. I need to get to I need to get me the Wi-Fi hotspot. I need to get some way I can have internet access, because this keeps me from being able to trade these stocks. Now, this one today, being that I was sitting around waiting to test out, I couldn't trade it. Dang, so I can't even really tell you right now. I'm gonna try to close that out. How long have I been yapping so far? So I'm already 4 minutes in. Come on, give me something. Come on, follow me, DJ. Let me get a little something about this piece. I just want Yahoo Finance right quick. Can I get you? Yeah, my internet has not been wanting to work well for me. Man. Yeah, so until I can have a solid internet connection, because I can't be in the middle of trading stocks and have the internet go out. That can be guaranteed lost money. Come on, there you go. Get it to me. Come on. One of you. Shit. This thing here completely took a dump. Alright, we coming back up. I love to have my little instrumental music playing, man. I love having a little instrumental music playing in the background as I search through these stocks. Alright, so while this is trying to come up, man, another thing I want to point out, www.finviz.com, right? If I can get this to come up, I'm going to show y'all how I used to search through these screeners. See, I can come straight over to FinViz. FinViz lines these up the same way they appear, and I'm finna side by side this. MITC 2000. Now what I like is that when it comes up, like you'll see a lot of these same tickers. See, because here's that AMRN over here, and the way they come up in my TC 2000 software is from the way I got it set up right now, the highest percentage gain on the day down to the lowest percentage gain. So we got the stock that had a 331% move today. Now that right there made me sick to my stomach right about now. So I can come over here also. It's a problem with FinViz. I'm cheap as hell, so I'm always using the free version. I'm gonna try to speed this up so I ain't taking too much time. All right, so let me go ahead and hit the X on that. What I like about FinViz, which I will do right quick before I get into that, this is just something that's free, and I want to show you right quick if you didn't watch my FinViz video. You come to FinViz, come over here to Stock Screener. Me, I'm typically looking to trade. I'm typically looking to trade a stock. This is the faster money. This is the $200 a day, keep the job away type money. You know what I'm saying? Right out of this here screener. So you come over to Stock Screener. Anytime you pull up a new screen on FinViz, that little ad thing gonna pop up. I come over here to price. I like my stocks truthfully underneath $2. But for the sake of being able to have better numbers, because I know I'm finna have better numbers pretty soon, I'm gonna go under $5, and then I might push that up to 10. Then I'm gonna go current volume. I want at least over 200,000 shares. Now, when you do that, something potent happens. You get this here page 1 through 23 pop up, right? I'm gonna try to scroll down. Oh, I see that I added this in the bottom slab here. I ain't used to seeing that. So I'm gonna hit the X there. So you get right now they're in alphabetical order, but you can change the order of these stocks. And simply, like, if you just put your cursor on whatever the ticker symbol is, and like whatever it is, that's AAU, that's Almaden Minerals. They're a gold company. That's the industry they're in. The country that they're based out of is Canada. But I come on over here, because you can also, if you just put your cursor on the price, it'll give you a quick look at the chart. And you'll see which way the trend is. Like this ACRS, that's Aclaris Therapeutics. It's a healthcare sector company, biotechnology. You can see that the trend from left to right, from September over to November, the stock's price has been climbing. Now, being that the stock's price is super low, that is 80. What's 8 times 2? 8 times 2 is 16. So at $1.60 from the time period of September over to November, you could have put $1,000 in there, and in 3 months, your $1,000 will be $2. This is what makes penny stocks potent. Now, something like today, right? Because really all I want to try to see, that's not it. APDN. Is that it? I just say AP. Okay, so we got this APDN. This is Applied DNA Sciences Incorporated. I'm trying to figure out why this stock jumped out the gym. So you got 5 hours ago, Applied DNA stock surges on DNA leather tagging news, offering expected Wednesday. Now, honestly, seeing what the stock did today, I'm just simply trying to highlight these words. I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it. But anyway, when I see the word offering, that's a term that short sellers love. Now, I would be looking to short sell this stock Wednesday, tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? After a surge of more than 300%. But I'm going to scroll down a little bit more and try to see why this thing ran. So, okay, if we go back a little bit, I see that 4 days ago from Business Wire, that's the source, Applied Science announces appointment of Scott L. Anchin to the board of directors. That, to me, that's no big news unless he's some sort of big dog. But 13 hours ago, at about 12 hours would be 10:13 Eastern time. So 13 would be like 9:13 Eastern time. So right around the time of the market open, successful DNA tagging of leather at one of the world's largest tanneries. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beginning of the news. I'm gonna dig into the news a smidge bit more. How long I've been yapping? So I'm right at 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to keep this video from being too long, but I just want to give you a piece of the process of how I find winners. Now, during the day, this is what I would have did as this thing began to take off. Now let me just read the news first. A little bit of the news. I never really try to read the whole thing because by the time you've read all of the news, the stock's move could be not come and gone. But so you got Applied DNA Sciences to present results of pilot in Asia at Leather Compliance and Sustainability Conference in NYC this week, and the Satra Sustainable Footwear Forum in Wyndham Way, UK on December the 5th. So that right there would make me feel like, okay, I might want to keep my eyes on this stock just for a little bit because December the 5th is right around the corner. So this thing could have a potential for another bounce type move, right? It's a leader in large-scale polymers change reaction PCR-based DNA manufacturing, announced today that a successful tagging of leather at one of the world's largest tanneries based in Asia. Now, that's the only thing I don't like right there that I see so far is based in Asia. But that right there don't take away from the news. The ticker symbol again is APDN. If you wanted to come back and read the rest of that, check that out. Now I'm gonna get to what the stock did today. Now you got to the right, and as you can see too, looking at this here chart, I can't even see price action outside of the last few days. So like, darn it. On this day right here, which is the 1st of November, they had a 1 for 40 split. You know, being that the price was down here in the pennies. Let me see something else too. Let me see. You know what? I could just come over here and make this a weekly chart. See if I can get anything else on this weekly chart. Now, when I look back on the weekly chart, I mean, the price action for this stock has been nothing. Going all the way back into 2019, the stock has been a penny stock. So this is a no-name company for the most part that just had good news. This is something simple that good news can do. Now I'm gonna come back to my daily chart. I'm gonna slide my daily chart to the right, and I'm finna tell you where if I was trying to trade this thing, if I was watching this thing around 9:30, the market opened at $5 and some change, right? About $6, right? From 6 up to this high it set around 748, 750. That's a 24% jump. So during that first 4 minutes of the market open, this would have caught my radar because it would have been up here at my top and my secret sauce. As you can see, there was only out of 2,410 stocks. What's this number right here? 16. 16 of them ended the day up 20% or better. So for me, in my opinion, that is an extremely weak ass day in the market. But this is disgusting, right? This made me sick that I wasn't in front of the market at 9:30, man. Because what ended up happening, right? This is what I just had up. So the first 4 minutes, the stock pushed up to this here 736 level. I'm gonna squeeze that back one more time if I can get it to squeeze. All right, perfect. Right? So it pushed up to this here 747, 748, 736 area, and then it had a little bit of profit taking. 2 minutes of profit taking brought the stock down 12%. Now that right there set a high. That set what is called resistance on the day. And I love my resistance to be colored red. That's just me, red resistance, like you're pulling up in your car. You put it up on that stoplight. That stoplight is red. Red means stop. That's exactly what the stock's price did as it climbed for 4 minutes and then stopped. And then it got rejected, meaning that it sold back down for a quick few seconds. But when the stock's price returns to this level, you get an explosion. If it breaks above that, that is called a breakout. This is my absolute favorite pattern to look for as this thing is ticking. Because each one of these candles over here represents 1 minute. Now this candle, this jumbo fat candle for the day, So you put $1,000 in here at $6. At $18, you got $3,000, and this is in one day. So that's $20,000 you got in there. you feeling me? You know what I'm saying? You got 60,000 at about 18. You know what I'm saying? But okay, that's the point I'm really trying to make there. The right amount of money, you can really blow this thing up. And so the price action returns to that level, and it broke above it and then kind of stalled. But when a breakout happens, you just give it a little time. Sometimes you do get a false breakout and it quickly returns. And it'll look like that for a second. But as long as this price action doesn't drop, because I see a base down here at about, let me see. Throw me a line in there. I see a base of support right around this here $6.50 area, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in a row, 5 candles, and then I got 2 more candles over here, so 6, 7 candles. Then you got 8, 9, 10 candles, 11 candles for 11 minutes straight, and didn't fall below this $6.50 level. This is a quick trade. This is advanced strategy. This is something where you have to be willing to pull the trigger. If it don't go right, you get out the way. So if you in after the break, because if you got in before the break, you sitting pretty. If you got in right here in this consolidation area where you see you buying that support levels are great. This right here, a support level where I got my yellow line, this is the second place I would be looking to buy if it was me. And like another thing I want to point out is my moving averages. I got my 9 and my 13, my shorter term moving averages. The price action just kind of grinds along that for a quick second before it starts to push higher. You know what I'm saying? So anytime a stock's price falls to those levels and maintains that, to me that is a good zone. It's a safe zone. But if it really starts to drop beneath it, like heading back towards around where it opened up at down here, like $6 exactly, okay, hey, you made a decision, but it could have been the wrong decision. What you do is you protect your capital, you get out. Take your loss, regardless of what the loss is, get out. If it starts to come back down here, anywhere near this $6 area, probably like $6.10, $6.20 to try to get your stop early, $6.35, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there to really protect your capital. But if it breaks above this here $6.50 area, $7.50 area that is, and begins to push higher. You know what I'm saying? 14% is a great profit up here at $8.88. I take that all day. But this thing has some strength with that DNA life science. And this stock took motherfucking flight and just decided to take off. So everything I've been saying so far is back in the first hour from 9:30 to 10:30. So if I was in this stock, I definitely would have been done at 10. But if I got in late at 9:45 because I watched the first 15 minutes, and then I waited till it got up to 10, that's 31% of my money. $1,000 is now $1,300. That's plenty profit. $200 a day, keep the job away. You know what I'm saying? Piece of hair grease, let's go eat and then work out or something like that for the rest of the day. I got my whole day. That's 1 hour. You know what I'm talking about? That's a powerful hour right there. And then all you got to do is change the zeros. Instead of, $1,000, that's $10,000. In that same amount of time, you would have made $3,000. You know what I'm saying? And you can be through. Ain't even got to get greedy. And then look what happened too. So 10:30 is here, right? This thing pushed up a little bit higher, up to 13. And then after that, it had a couple volatility halts too. Anytime you got this thing going flat sideways there, flat sideways here, this is when, the market, they halted this thing because it's moving too quickly on that beautiful news relating to DNA. So it dropped. Anytime it drops about 10%, as look at that box to your left, that's right at 10%. Anytime a stock drops 10% in 1 minute, the market will hold it. They'll halt it. A market's hard stop. And then it must have did that again over here in this area, because then it got stopped again. You know what I'm saying? But this was a strong news. So, that could have been a nice time to buy in on this dip and ride this thing back up. Just trying to give you some of the DNA of a strong stock. I mean, you could have just traded this one stock all day and flipped your account over 3 times, or just bought it and hold it. But when trading, you know what I'm saying, if I can't sit in front of it all day, I wouldn't recommend nobody just buy it and walk away from the computer. If you're walking away from the computer, you better be exiting that position. If you're not exiting the position, the company better be Walmart, Waste Management, Apple, Nike. It better be a solid company. This is something I've never heard of before. So this is definitely a stock you trade, not invest. You're not looking to hold this stock for any longer than today. Like tomorrow, I'm expecting this stock to take a massive dump and give some of this money back. Because what this word offering means, the latest news on this stock, let's go back. Can I go back? Why you ain't going back? The internet done froze on me again? Oh, shoot. Come on, man. Come on, fuck with me, DJ. Come on, DJ. Let me get something about you, man. Alright, so whenever a company jumps like this, especially one that has been struggling the way this is, what an offering is the company, god darn, the company is going to sell some of its shares at a certain price to any willing participant. Any willing participant. This is the way for a company to use its stock as a fundraiser. This is why stocks can be dangerous. This is why, a lot of people stay away from them, because that word offering can be a little deceiving too. I mean, when I first got into stocks, when I seen that word offering, we're doing the offering. I mean, that right there kind of makes you feel good. Offering, like we're giving something. They're not really giving anything. They're gonna give or sell some of the company's shares to a private party, a company, or not even private. Sometimes you can read through this news and find exactly who they're gonna sell the shares to and how many of those shares. And I'm thinking it's probably gonna be several 100,000 shares. And what the company or whatever the entity is, when they get those shares, they're just gonna sell them. And when they sell them, the stock's price plunges. Now, they might buy the shares from this here company, Applied DNA Sciences, for $1 million. And then they might sell them shares and then make $10 million off of that, or something of that sort, right? So they're looking to make a profit. It's a win-win. Both companies end up with something out the deal most of the time. You have some of these companies do an offering and make a stupid decision and don't sell their shares and just kind of just walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to get back into this thing, and it was pretty easy for me today. You know what I'm saying? When I seen that, how long have I been yapping? 25 minutes. Hopefully this ain't too long. But another thing, I want to come back to my stock screener. For those of you out there that don't have trading software, if you got a computer at home, this chart right here is not the same chart that I have on my TC2000 software, but you can get a great look at a stock's trend, what a stock is doing. You can see the price action. Those are individual candles, candlestick charts. It's showing you this ACB, that's Aurora Cannabis, which is one of the good cannabis companies, by the way. But this is one of the good ones that I'm telling you about. Their stock has been doing nothing but falling since September. That's the problem with the cannabis stocks, because this is what they do. They rise and then they fall, and they rise and then they fall. They're not trending higher, even though the cannabis business is booming. You know what I'm saying? You got CBDs, you got all kinds of reasons for cannabis to be climbing, but it's not doing that. The stocks are not doing that. The business is growing, but the stocks are not doing that. And the reason why I'm saying that because in the stock market, sometimes you have to separate a company from its stock. The company can be doing great. The business or the sector or the industry can be doing excellent, but the stock not be doing excellent. So when you come over here to FinViz, remember that all I did was I typed in the words, and then I clicked screener right up here at the top, the third one from the right, home news, then click on screener. When screener pops up, come over here and set your price. If you want to look for stocks a little bit higher than that, go under $10. That's perfectly fine. Me, I always look at over 200,000 shares. If you want a stock that has higher volume with that, which is kind of safe, A better option, this is what a lot of traders do. You can look for over $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of narrow your search to the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, like the next thing that I usually typically do, I'm looking at stocks, because when I look at stocks, I want to see the top percentage gainers on the day. Now, this is something that's right now. This is not live action because it's 10:30 at night. Being that it's 10:30 at night, I come over here and I click the change button one time. Most of the time, it's gonna give you your green right away. Okay, so it didn't. It gave me my red. It gave me my negative on the day. Click it again. Click that change button, and now I got my percentage gainers out of stocks that are under $10, and they had a current volume of over 1 million. Now this gives me 16 pages of 20 stocks each, and as you can see, when you look through the first 20 right here, you're already down to just the 7% gain on the day. And the stocks prices vary. I mean, you can even change this over here and look by price. But what I typically like to do, and what I did in the beginning, is I will look at a stock's price. This is up 36%. Let me minimize that in a way. I bring that down. See if I can squeeze this over here. Side by side this thing. And what I like to do is like to see if I already have the stock. FGP. Do I have it in my top? And absolutely. FGP stock is already in my top on my TC2000 software. You know what I'm saying? And like I just slide in my secret sauce in. And this is what I call my secret sauce, because I don't have a scanner. Some traders use scanners, and what scanners do is when the market open, they do this process for you. Like you can go through and search, and they'll give you the best trending higher stocks that are making double-digit percentage gains, and that's what you want to look for if you're looking to trade stocks. If you're looking to just buy companies, you know what I'm saying? You just buy companies. I just tell people to buy what you already buy, but that is a strategy. That is a strategy that doesn't make you rich. That is a strategy that grows your money slowly, much faster than a bank would, you know what I'm saying, and much faster than most mutual funds over time. And you just buy that same company for time, for years. But if you're looking for fast growth, you want to get involved with some of these companies that make these explosive moves. And most of them that make explosive moves are penny stocks. They're garbage companies. These are not companies you want to be betting your life on. This is not a company you want to buy for the next 10 years. These are companies that are down here in the penny world for a reason. $5 and less. It's hard for me to believe in a company that costs $5. Even if the name is well known, I don't think none of them will come back. That's just me. But what I do is I do look through for patterns. What I like about this here fuel cell, this is one that I seen a little earlier. It's on my list. It's up 20% on the day. I go make my TC2000 big. I'm gonna slide this here to the left. Now I'm gonna use fuel cell as an example right quick. The same type of example that I found in this APDN, back when I was looking at its intraday chart, because this is the daily chart to the right, and this is the intraday chart. This is between 9:30 and 4, and this is the whole day of 9:30 to 4 right here. So I'm gonna slide this here back on over. And the same example I used earlier in this video, a little bit earlier, all the way back at the beginning of the day where I put this first red line. See, when a stock's price, it rises to a level and stops. That is a mark of resistance. And then you get selling, usually at resistance. And that is exactly how support and resistance work. Now, I usually paint my support levels either yellow, like yellow, just like a stoplight. It could be safe to go through, but if the price blasts through this and keeps falling, then if you're in a position, exit the position. If you're looking to day trade, exit that position because you're finna lose money. But sometimes I will paint these green as for buy. You know what I'm saying? Because at these levels, buyers typically take over these levels if the stock's price is gonna move higher. But if this, sometimes the exact opposite happens, and it sells at that level. But resistance levels are typically where sellers they'll own that level until the price action blasts above it, and then the buyers take over that level, and the stock price will move higher. So there's a lot of analysis that can go on in this. But the reason why I brought that up, because this is a 1 minute chart here. Now I'm gonna come back to fuel cell. Now on the daily chart on fuel cell, if I can get this to come up, trying to feed you a little bit. It's a lot of time I already know in this video. I don't know what happened to my music over here. I don't know what happened to my instrumentals, man. What's going on? Yeah, let me get that about you. Damn it. And my fuel cell decided to take a dump on me. Let me see if I can get something else to come up. Come on with it. All right. So what's going on in fuel cell on the daily chart looks exactly like what happened in APDN on my intraday chart. The stock's price fell, and then it bounced back up. If it blasts above this resistance, the price can climb higher. Being that I know that, sometimes on a daily chart, I like when I see that same potential setup coming. And you can even look in the intraday chart over here, a big sell down. The stock's price bounced up. It got above this level, that 48 cents level. And let me see something. That's only a 2% jump from 48 to 50 cents. So that's what we call a false breakout, and the stock's price fell down. And it took a while for it to get back to that same level. But see, once it breaks above that, it sets a new resistance level up here at 50 cents. And as the stock's price gets above 50 cents, it begins to climb. I'm trying to click on it and see how much climbing it did. So it climbed to the tune of 8%. 8% on your money in one day, that's beautiful. If you're playing with a certain number of shares. You know what I'm saying? And this gray area here, this is the after hours, this is after 4 o'clock. But I'm looking at the daily chart and I see the stock's price rising up here to this resistance up here around 64 cents. Now, what I do like is that in between that 64, from 54 to 64, I mean, you can already been just captured 16% of your money. But remember, this is a penny stock, so you have to play it safe. This would be something I'll be looking to get in and get out, especially looking at the rest of its price action and seeing that there is no price action. I mean, look at the volume down here. My dollar volume, dollars have not been flowing through this stock up until late November. You get this big spike in buying here. You get a little bit of selling. When the stock price starts to sell, you see just a little bit of selling here, but the stock's price dropped drastically to the tune of 20%, looking at that little box over there to the left. But over the course of the next 3 days, it got 35% back in growth, looking at that little box to the left. So, I mean, it's all sorts of potential out here and finding these here patterns. If you can begin to recognize patterns, you can set yourself up to grow money. This is the art of growing money right here. Using the stock market, I call the stock market the money tree. This is the place where you plant these here dollars, plant these dollars in the form of seeds, but you got to plant them strategically in a pattern like this. Because if this thing breaks above 60, now I'll scroll back and see, you know what I'm saying, if it was above 60, and it has. It did a split here. But once again, I'll be looking to just trade this. This is not a stock that, oh, I believe in fuel cell energy, this company is great. I don't give a shit how good the company is. I'm looking to get some money off of the stock's movement, and then I'll wait for the next time it wants to jump. Now, only thing that I like that I'm seeing right now, looking back at this here chart, because I can talk forever on this. So this is my subject right here. I'm going to do this a couple times. I like this area here that I'm seeing. And I'm going to slide that over a little bit. I'm going to do it one more time. Yeah, one more time. It likes this here zone. It likes this here zone. You know what I'm saying? I see another one right there, and I'm going to highlight the current price action a tad bit. Right? Now I'm going to zoom back a little bit and just kind of talk on those for a little bit. This is like a a tutorial, or you know what I'm saying, a yiggity yak video for me. And what I like about this is simply the fact that there are signs here for me. One, I got a bullish engulfing candle here, bigger than yesterday's red candle and the day before red candle. Even though the stock's price is down here at 19 cents and it closed only at 25, look at that little box. That is 30 something percent on your money. And then the next day, this thing jumped for a total of up here 55 cents. Look at that box. That's 192% of your money. $1,000 is now $2,000, close to being $3,000. If you held on for another day, your gains are getting even more drastic. You know what I'm saying? You hold on for another day, you're looking at 200 and something percent profit. This is the potency of penny stocks. Walmart ain't gonna do that for you. Nike is not gonna do this for you. You're not gonna get 200% on your money, 286% on your money in 2 or 3 days. But you can't fall in love with it, because if you hold on to it, look at it. Looking at their box down there toward the bottom in the right, from 7.3 to 7.15 over the course of 13 days, it falls 68%. So if you're holding it, you lose 68% of your money. This is why you trade, get in the stock, get out the stock, capture a slice of this cake. I mean, it's just cake right here. This just money. Look at that, 400% growth in 2-3 days. $5,000 is now $20,000 in 2 days. Looking at that box from 7.1 to 7.3, 5,000 is now 20. At least it's 15. 5,000 is now $15,000. You know what I'm saying? And you can go pay the bills, keep the lights on for a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping, because I can do this all day. I can do this all day. This right here is gonna be my life, because I love this here. Fuck going to a job chasing the money. I'm gonna scroll back a little bit more, and you see that in somewhat the same area, this stock did this thing again before I stopped yapping. So let's say you missed this first day. Let me slide that in. Let's make that big. Let's say you missed this first day. This thing starts to climb a little bit. You get it on the second day, and you don't get in at the bottom. Let's say you get in right here at the top of the body, and that next day it push up. Even if you don't capture all that movement up to the top, you can get 40 something percent on your money, okay, and get right back out, because look what happened. And this is the sign right here too. It got up here and then it sold off drastically, or probably short sellers took over, whatever. But you look to get in and get out. Look to day trade, not hold on to it, not fall in love with it. Another example, this thing is trying to climb to a resistance level. Now me, I honestly would try to play it in between where it's at right now and that resistance level, because I got a strange feeling it's not going to break above it. Because when you look back, look at that circle over there to the left. This is almost the same resistance level that was set. I'm going to go on market, put a line up there. The same resistance up here, right here at 64, 65 cents. I got a strange feeling that this stock will push towards that level and will hit the brakes. The sellers are going to take over this stock at about that level. That's just my strange feeling. I'm not a soothsayer, so I do not know for sure. But what I do see is that there's 18-20% of your money. $1,000 is now $1,200, and that will probably do that in a few days. It may not do that at all. It may open up tomorrow and fall all the way back down here. I don't know. But that's what I would be looking forward to possibly happening. I don't know what's going to happen, but that would be my thought process. You know what I'm saying? I would be building a strategy on that. And if that didn't play out, if I get in, get out. Sell it. Don't watch your money evaporate. Sell it. Get out of that position. So I'm just saying all that to say these things form up, and look at it again right here. If I look at the stock, I keep seeing this happening. I keep seeing this happening around this here price area. It likes to fall and then climb in this area.
Research this.
You know what I'm saying? It falls and then climbs in this area down here where these pennies, 44 cents, jumped up to 90 something cents. Look at that box, 100% gain. So this thing will give you 100% growth on your money. It's done it 4 times in the last year. Matter of fact, that's 4 times it's done that. Give you 100% on your money. All of that, it done it 4 times in 2012. So you could have had $10,000 and just wait for this one stock to get ready to bounce. You know, when it gets to a certain level, and you could have grew your money 100% 40 for times. That's better than the market is ever going to do. That's better than your money's going to do in any other stock. This is what fascinates me about trading stocks versus just investing. And this is just, just a little bit of something, just a little food for thought. Feed the minds, feed the grind. People out here that's trying to get to it, man. Look at this account. Yeah, dog, look at all this cake. Look at all this cake. This redonkulous cake out here. I don't even know this company. Applied DNA, I don't give a... Look at this money over here. Have mercy. 200-some%. And one day, Amazon can't do that. Amazon cannot give you 200% in one day. Amazon is a company that eclipsed $1 trillion in 2019. $1 trillion company. 2018, 2019. They will never give you 200% on your money in one day. This is the potency of learning to trade stocks. That's all I got for you today, baby. This Pursuit of Freedom. You already know what it is. I'll let you.